Hello, my name is Ashley Collins, aka The Onto Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. So first of all, I need to shout out and say what's up to all my haters. You see how I can't even do that with a straight face? I think that's so silly and ridiculous how much we acknowledge our haters. First of all, you don't have any haters. If you have a friend who stabbed you in the back, they weren't really a friend. I remember once, this is when I was like one of those like hardcore social justice warriors. One of my old friends, he sent me this video and I was like, this isn't funny because you shouldn't make fun of women, and he like went off on me. He completely exploded, and I was like, this is not something that's new. You've always had this little bit of resentment towards me, and you don't just randomly decide to not be someone's friend. You know, like maybe in the back of their head they didn't really like you, and that's not a bad thing because you don't. I know that we are tribal people, right? You know, like you want to follow the tribe in order so you don't get eaten by a lion, tiger, and a bear, right? But we don't necessarily need that anymore. We're such a liking society, you know. We need everyone to like us. I mean, there's literally a button where you can like stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think by telling yourself that you have haters, it kind of makes you feel good. It kind of makes you think to yourself that like, oh, I'm doing something right because I have people who secretly resent me. And I don't think that we should acknowledge that anymore. And I don't think that that's very true. I don't think that it's true. I think that if you have so many haters, then there's something maybe internally wrong with you that you keep burning these bridges, or you keep attracting these people who secretly don't like you. You know, like I was on YouTubing this subject, and there's so many videos on how to handle haters. What? like why are we even giving them any acknowledgement? Why don't we just ignore it? Not everyone's gonna like you, and not everyone's gonna be with you throughout your life journey, and that's not a bad thing. You know, I don't know, for me, like, oh my god, the other night, well, I guess morning, I sat and I laid in bed for like an hour, torturing myself, thinking about all the people who don't like me. And I was like, that's such a waste of energy. That's such a waste of time. You know? I think that if someone doesn't like you, if someone's really like rooting against you, that's a waste of their time. You know what I'm saying? That they could be doing something so much more productive. I think that also, like, maybe like maybe we think we become so full of ourselves, we falsely believe that I'm so talented, I'm so skillful, I'm so wanted, that of course I would have haters. But you don't. And you shouldn't want haters. You know what I'm saying? God, I'm already starting to hate that word. You know? Pun intended. But I think that don't get too full of yourself, that you believe that everyone dislikes you, that you think that someone wants to see you fail. Maybe you're thinking that, oh, they're not supporting me, they're not supporting my work or my content. They don't have to, you know, because it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad content. It doesn't. It just doesn't resonate with them. I claim to be like one of Joe Rogan's biggest fans, you know what I'm saying? But I don't watch every one of his videos. Frankly, I might get in trouble for saying this out loud, I don't enjoy when he interviews UFC fighters. I don't watch those interviews. You know what I'm saying? And to falsely think just because this person is your friend, your partner, your parent, that they have to watch and buy everything that you do. They don't have to. They just, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad content. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're not supporting you. They can support you in other ways. You know what I'm saying? I have poet friends who write tons of beautiful poetry, but I don't sit around in the house all day and just read their poetry. And that's, like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like there are other ways that people can show you support or not. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you should burn that bridge with them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe instead of getting so pissed, because I also think in a way, like, thinking that you have haters is kind of holding you back a little bit, you know, because it's like now you have this built up resentment towards these group people who probably aren't even thinking about you. They're not even thinking about you, you know. And it's like I feel like you're giving so much thoughts and time and energy into them, it's kind of holding you back, and that's why you're not progressing in your career, because you're so focused on being like, oh my god, I hate that quote or phrase, whatever, when people are like, oh, if you don't support me from day one, that you want to ride or die. Or people are like, oh, I'm gonna remember the ones who were there for me when I make it to the top. Why are you making a list? Make a list on other stuff other than the people who aren't supporting you now. That's kind of like strange to me, you know? And even then when you do, God, here, I'll open my face, sorry. Even when you do make it to the top, are you really going to be so bitter and resentful to the people who didn't support you? I thought doing the right thing is always the right thing, even if it leaves a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth. But I don't know, for me, whenever I do start making money again, God, oh, I have to go to work today. Yay. You guys, I am so not looking forward to it. God, it's kind of like this feeling of like, I'd rather just stay in bed all day than attempt to put on a fake smile at work. But gotta make money. But anyway, I see myself when I make it to the top. Like if someone reaches out to me and they need something, I'm gonna do whatever I can to try and provide it for them. Because I remember what it's like to have nothing. And I don't care if maybe we haven't talked in decades. Maybe you said something really mean to me that hurt my feelings, but I'm not gonna leave you out on the street, because no one deserves that lifestyle. I was at the bus stop the other day. Oh, I swear to God, if I start crying, I'm gonna be so pissed. And seeing all these people on the bus, and the bus was 45 minutes late. And I asked someone, "Is this normal?" And they're like, "Yeah, it happens." And I was like, "No, like, we should say something. So someone should stand up and say, hey, I don't know who to talk to, mayor or governor or city official. The bus is always consistently late. And just because these people are lower class level, you should be trying to help them, because these people are trying to get to work. These people are trying to go pick up their kids. I don't know. So yeah, what was the point? Justin Bieber has this song. I don't know why I was listening to Justin Bieber, but I think it's actually one of the lyrics. I think I'm not gonna paraphrase it, but he says how he's so lonely and how he's so alone. And you know how they say that it's lonely at the top? I feel like it shouldn't have to be. If someone is actually trying to sabotage you, which I don't know why they would, just ignore them. Send them a little bit of light and love and keep it moving. It shouldn't have to be lonely at the top. You could take people with you. And like I said, whenever you do get to whatever your version of the top is, don't hold any resentment. Don't hold on to any bitterness. Because you know what? Life is fucking short. Because you can make it to the top one day, and then you could be gone the next. And that's unfortunately life. So be kind to each other. Stop saying that. Shout out. Stop acknowledging your haters. Just imagine that you don't have any. Imagine that the whole world, the whole universe, everything is working in your favor to make things work. Okay? Cool. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for viewing. Bye.